What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Just One Fern. We got a great episode for you today. We have the incredibly hilarious Briggs Hurley on later. Our interview with him was probably the most insane 30 minutes I've ever had. It was just the most amazing thing talking to him. He had me crying laughing the entire interview.
He was great. He was great. I was very stressed out, not because like I needed to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very easy to talk to him. Great guy.
Yeah.
But I had so much going on in the background behind me. I don't know if
I
you
was
could
so
tell.
no, I was so confused. There was a moment where like you were looking down and I was like, he would not be texting during this interview. So like what is going on? Like something is happening.
I had no other choice. So we're hosting right now we're hosting Sean, a friend of mine in Citrus Maxima.
Yeah.
Because his parents got COVID, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so we have drums in the other room.
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, you can play drums at any time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, not while we're doing this.
Yeah.
And he sits down and starts playing in the middle of middle of the interview.
What are the
so
odds?
I'm like,
yeah,
and I'm like trying to turn down my mic.
Yeah, because I asked you a question one time and it was like you were like really quiet. I'm like, what is happening? What is going on?
I was insane. I was like, because it was loud. It would definitely have bled through. It might have.
I didn't hear it actually. So that's why I was so confused, because I feel like if I had heard the drums, I would have been like, oh no, like I know what's happening, but I had no idea.
And then on top of that, my mom was outside the door back here.
Yeah.
And because we get water in the basement, she's turned on like a vacuum to suck up the water. I told you about this before.
Yeah.
We got a lake out there.
Yeah.
And she's like banging on the doors because she wants me to walk the buckets outside.
Yeah.
I'm getting into that Midwest accent again. I can't help it, Aaron. I love it.
Jesus,
got buckets out the door. But it was crazy. So I had trouble.
Insane. I was so confused about what was happening. But Sean, come on, dude, step it up. What are you gonna do? No, I think the only part that I was nervous about is I was like, I am worried that something bad is happening. Like I was like, I feel like the only reason Lucas would be checking his phone would be if something bad was happening. So that's why I was like trying to keep going with the interview.
Stay
and
positive.
I was like talking to Briggs and like looking at you and like talking to Briggs and looking at you. Like had no idea what was happening.
It's funny now, but
it's hilarious. Yeah, furious.
I was
kill him.
like, how could this be happening?
Oh my god. But yeah, so our interview later with Briggs, you guys will love it. It was amazing. It was such a great time talking to him. Hopefully we get him back on again. He called us friends. So
he did.
We're friends with Briggs Hurley now. That's huge.
He did.
I think that
no benefits yet, but maybe in the future.
No benefits. Who knows? Maybe we'll see.
With.
But so I'm actually traveling home tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I guess technically tomorrow, but it's 6 a.m. My flight leaves, so I'm going to be exhausted because I got to get up early. I got to get to the airport. You know, the whole spiel. You got to go through everything. But I'm not excited.
What time are you waking up?
I'm gonna probably wake up at 4 a.m. So that means I'm probably gonna have to go to bed at 9, which I cannot do. Like I physically cannot do that. I will be wide awake. So I don't know. I need your skills where you can just fall asleep and then.
Me?
Yeah, you're the one who's falling asleep like 5 times a day.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I can fall asleep.
Me, I don't.
Yeah. I have such a terrible time falling asleep. That's probably because I'm sleeping during the day. I'll take like 5 naps.
That's true. You probably.
That might be why.
Your brain's probably like, what is wrong with you? What's going on?
But I have laid down to go to sleep and counted down from 1,000, back up, and then back down again. I'm just bored. Like I don't know.
That's terrifying.
Think about how long that takes. That's like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's insane.
So you're like, I need your skills. Do not take my skills, Aaron. You will you will count down. And
I guess maybe that was maybe I should have said something else, but maybe I don't need your skills. But I guess I need melatonin or something.
Aaron, don't ever question me again. Don't ever do that.
Don't you ever do this. I will leave this podcast if you.
I will tear this podcast from the foundations.
I will go into our account and I will remove everything, and you will never hear it ever again.
I will put it in the back of my Ford F-150 and drive away.
You should. What if they did that commercial but in the Midwestern accent?
Ford. Get in your Ford F-150. But if you slap a plow on the front of that baby, and you can take care of your neighbors for free.
In Wisconsin, because cheese is cheese.
Where cheese is cheese. So you have to. So your flight's tomorrow.
Yeah, my flight's tomorrow, 6 a.m. Not excited, but so I'm talking to my mom. My mom stresses me out every time I travel. Anytime I do anything, my mom stresses me out. And so she texted me today. We were talking about the flight details, whatever. She wants me to send her everything that is, the flight times, whatever.
Your itinerary. Yeah,
my itinerary, basically. And she says to me, all right, have fun and, be careful. And I'm like, how
I'm thinking about that.
How can I... The have fun thing just doesn't make sense in general.
No.
But the be careful part, I have no control over the plane landing in my destination or not. I have zero control over anything that happens with this flight. So to say be careful, if I'm driving, when I was driving down to Tennessee, okay, be careful. That makes sense. Right. This is on me. I'm driving. I do not control the plane.
She's saying that like you're going out with your buddies.
Right, yeah, I'm gonna go have a few pints and then fly home. That's what it feels like.
But have fun, have fun. But have fun like you wanted to wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Have fun. As I'm I can't even see while I'm getting to the airport. No, it's absolutely crazy. I just I'm why?
She assumes you're flying the plane.
Yeah.
I think.
In my meantime, with all my spare time, I got my pilot's license and I've been flying around here.
Or she's just my son is so spectacular. Of course, he knows how to fly a plane, and they'll let him because they know he's the best.
Oh my! No, my mom wouldn't say that. That's for sure. No. She would probably be like, "My son is the most spectacular, but I don't think he could ever fly a plane," which is true. I don't think I ever could fly a plane unless I.
But are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious, Aaron? Are you really going to say... The other day, you told me you could build a plane in 6 months, and you're telling me now you could never fly one.
No, I said 3 months I could build a plane.
Right. You did say 3 months. You could never fly one,
if you remember,
you could build one in 3 months, for sure.
No, exactly. That's the thing. I could build it, and we got talking. This was part of our Darkest Timeline episode. So Lucas and I filmed an episode. This is for everyone listening. We filmed an episode that was so dark that we decided not to release it.
Put it up.
So bad. We might release some of it eventually, but it was really bad. But we talked about, Lucas asked me how long it would take me to build an airplane that worked, right? It was it had to fly.
Right. If you just did from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Every day, all you did was try to build an airplane, learn how to build an airplane, make an engine, weld, all that stuff.
Yeah, and I said 3 months. And I still to this day think 3 months I could do it.
Which is an arrogant answer, but I respect it.
It's extremely arrogant. I totally agree with you. I know it's arrogant. I know that it's probably not possible, but I think that I could do it. 3 months, build that plane, fly up. Granted, I don't think I could fly the plane well. I just think if I can get it up, because there's nothing in the question that says you have to land this plane. So
there is nothing. You don't have to
fly it up.
You don't have to land it.
Fly it for as long as I can and abandon ship.
I still don't think you can do it in 3 months. I'm sorry.
I know you don't.
I believe.
When I said it to you last time, you were absolutely dumbfounded. You couldn't believe that those words came out of my mouth.
Yeah, kind of mad.
Yeah. I mean, I can't help. I think that's possible because I looked it up on YouTube. I looked at different things that you could do.
Actually, you did kind of convince me. There are people on YouTube who build airplanes in their garage.
Yeah, and they're not even huge. They're one person, really small airplanes.
Well, you know what, Aaron? You should just build an airplane. You can leave at whatever time you want to.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have to get up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll get my pilot's license. I'll fly home myself. Could you imagine?
You could do that in a day. You could do that in a day.
In a day? A pilot license?
Yeah.
I guess if I'm building a plane in 3 months, I could get it in a day.
Right.
I feel like by the same logic,
similar.
it works out. I don't know. But yeah,
So,
and you said what, 6 months? You could
I said
build
a
yours?
year.
Oh,
I
a
said
year.
a year.
Yeah, no. That's just sad. Come on. I think you could do it. Because like I said, 9 to 5 every day, you're working on this plane instead of doing anything else.
It's a long time.
It is.
But it just, I don't know. It seems so foreign a concept to me.
Yeah. No, yeah, I mean, to me too. I've never built a plane.
But like, I don't know how cars work. I can't imagine how planes
I don't know a
work.
lot about cars, but I know a decent amount. But that's the thing. That's why there's YouTube videos. Like, I feel like that's if we were like in the age of no technology, no way would I be able to build this plane. Absolutely no shot. But since
like pre-Wright
since
brothers.
I can watch videos and like try and do it the same as someone else is doing it, I feel like I could accomplish that in 3 months.
You know, that brings up an interesting point for me because I've seen this question thrown around, like if you went back in time, like to the Middle Ages, like you'd be like everyone's, oh, I'd become rich, like I would know all these things that are gonna happen, like all this technology, and then but it's like,
no,
well,
you wouldn't.
No.
Shut
You'd
up.
be like,
no, you
be
wouldn't.
like, there's a magic device that sends signals into heaven, and like it comes back, and you can talk to someone in China.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. How does it work?
I don't know. Yeah, you idiot. You don't know how to build an iPhone. You don't know how cellular data works.
No clue. It's magic to me.
Yeah.
It might as well be magic.
Honestly, no, I agree with you. I would know nothing because the thing is, I use all this technology, right? And like, I know how to do a few things. I know how to record. I know how to, do a little video editing. I don't know how to create that software to do that.
Oh my God.
So I'd be like, I would get to the past and I'd be, oh no. Like, what have I done? I don't know how to do anything.
Stuck. Like, yeah. I'm just going to have to relearn old technologies because I don't know how to make the new ones.
Exactly. Yeah. I think I'd have to make a plane. I'd have to make a plane in order to be rich. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the only way I think you would be able to succeed is if you found people that you know from history to like
who
became friends
are
with
successful.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah, then you're just living comfortably. You're not even
exactly. And at that point, that's what I would want to do. Cuz I'm going from current times, which is the comfiest we've ever been in terms of living.
Yeah.
To
some of the least to
really
sleeping
bad
on
stuff.
hay.
To go into the bathroom outside, even though I already do that.
Well, unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to sit down. I know you like to.
I don't like toilets, though.
What?
I don't like toilets.
You don't like toilets?
We talked about this like first episode.
What did we say? What did we wait?
I said I don't trust toilets.
Oh. You're gonna have to tell. I'm sorry, you have to tell me why don't you trust?
No,
toilets?
I don't trust toilets, and you actually said I don't trust toilets, but you said it as a joke, and then I just went with it.
Oh,
because I said we were talking about going to the bathroom outside, I think, and then we started getting into it. It's weird. You go back and listen to the episode.
I'm gonna have to. I'm so lost right now.
I was trying to make a reference back. I guess it didn't. I don't know.
No, it landed.
It landed. It flopped in your head.
It's just I am not a landing gear. I'm not a landing pad.
I was not ready.
It just went past me, I think.
Well, you need to start working on building that landing strip, and I'll work on the airplane, and then.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
We'll be able because we can't get it off the ground if we don't have a landing strip.
Well, you can.
Well,
it's just
it depends.
You may not see. You might not see the light of day again. All right, Aaron.
No, but
Aaron,
so yeah.
I have. Can I pitch you? Last time I did a movie idea. Like.
Yeah. Can I do one more thing about planes though before we switch topics here?
You have more to say about planes?
One more thing about planes because my friend has dared me to do something on the airplane, and I don't know. So on my trip home, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have the balls to do it. Although you would totally do this. I feel like this is a joke that if someone dared you to do it, you would 1000% do it because it's not harmful. It's not a harmful joke.
No one gets hurt.
No one gets hurt. It's just so incredibly stupid and awkward.
I would do it. I don't know what it is. I would do it.
So they want me to ask the flight attendant if I can open a window. Like, hey, it's a bit stuffy in here. Can I open a window? Yeah, has to be like dead face, complete honesty. Just like,
You should
I'm
be
having
like,
trouble breathing. Can I open the?
hey, I don't want to alarm anything. Say it like that.
Yeah, like
I'm not trying
get
to
them real nervous.
I'm not trying to cause a panic, but I just let out a real stinker. And
That's perfect.
Can we open a window?
Yeah. I really need to open a window now. Like, do you want everyone in here to die? Because they're about to.
But say that part like kind of louder.
Yeah.
Everyone in here to die because
I really just let one rip and it was absolutely horrible. Because I honestly
like a bomb.
I was crying laughing when they told me this. Because I can't even imagine what the flight attendant would do. Like, if I was the flight attendant, I would just be like,
what?
Because I feel like they have to treat it as a serious question.
Right. Maybe they laugh. Maybe if you get the right one, they would laugh. But I think most of them would just. I don't know. Like, how do you react to that?
No. No, you cannot. And
to
that, my response would be like, well, your funeral.
Oh, God. Implying that the
fart would kill. The fart
bad.
is so deadly that it would absolutely demolish everyone on the
dead.
plane. Oh my God! But I don't know. I'll let you know if I do it. Probably not because I'm too terrified.
Oh, come on, Aaron.
It's 6 a.m. Also, everyone's gonna be pissed if I try to make a joke at 6 a.m.
Well, exactly. What's the worst? Oh no, you're right.
All right, maybe I'll do it and I'll get it on film too, because maybe I'll be filming it like one of those secret TikToks where they're like down here with the phone.
Right.
Maybe I'll do that.
Aaron, please. I'm begging you. For me, for them, for Briggs, because I know he would love this.
Briggs would love this. I'll do it. You know what? I'm going to do it for Briggs. I'm going to do it and I'm going to send it to Briggs.
Okay. There you go.
And then I'll see what he says, because I feel like he would do the same thing.
I could totally see him doing that.
All right. Then it's settled. That's what I'll do. Hit me with your pitch.
All right. Here's my pitch. This one isn't as funny.
Is this a movie as well?
This one's also a movie.
Okay, perfect.
I'm trying to be a producer soon. Just got all these ideas in my head.
You're so close.
All right, so this one, I recently pitched to my band because I was like, oh, like I have this idea. Yeah. And they thought it was so dumb. They're like, that wouldn't work. And then they moved on. Okay. And I was like, oh, come on.
They have no faith.
Give this some thought.
They have no faith. They clearly don't care because they're playing drums while we're recording our podcast.
Aaron, I feel like you would understand what I'm trying to get.
Okay, let's do it.
So this is another rom-com.
Perfect. I love my favorite type of movie.
And I was watching Groundhog Day, where he goes in the loop over and over again. Yes. And like I love that movie. I think that's such a good concept. So I was like, what's another like time concept that you could work with? Okay. And in this one, this is OG Lucas Rinaldi, original gangster idea. In this universe, this guy is cursed with like some magic or I don't know, whatever it is. Okay. But every time he touches somebody, time freezes. Okay. And
like that's his power?
It's a power or a curse. It depends how you use it.
Gotcha. Okay. That's a huge plot point.
Huge plot point. But every time he makes physical contact with somebody, time freezes, and then as soon as he stops touching somebody else, time starts playing again. Okay. So in my head, the implication of that is like he could never have a relationship because to everybody else, he touches them and then immediately stops touching them. Yeah. But to him, he could be like hugging somebody for like hours and they wouldn't know. He couldn't really kiss it. Every kiss would be a peck. Oh, no. Think about it.
Oh, that'd be terrible. That'd be so sad.
It would be really sad. So the movie would be about him learning to love.
So he's learning to overcome this like, I don't even know. I think that's more of a curse, honestly.
I think of it as more of a curse. Yeah.
I would consider that a curse if I couldn't hug someone hug someone or kiss someone. That'd be absolutely terrible.
Right. You could. It's just you'd have to know that nobody else, like the other person, wouldn't really know.
But wouldn't that cause so many issues with the other person?
Yeah.
Like they would think you don't want to touch them, or like you don't want to hug them. Okay.
They think you don't like them, and you have to somehow convince them. No, 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 no. That's not. Time freezes when I touch you. What?
Oh no. Yeah. It's one of those where it's no one believes you. No one believes that.
Why would they believe you? Why would they believe? They just think
That's
you're
true.
like a germaphobe.
Wow. So wait, I guess how does it end? What's the whole arc of this guy's character?
I don't know.
Does he fall in love? Does he never find love? Does he end up dying? Is it like is there a villain?
Yes. I don't know.
Okay. There should be.
This is why I have you.
Does this
I just have the original idea.
True. I got all the questions. I'm like whipping them out. Do you have? So there might be a villain. I think there should be a villain, and this kind of becomes a action rom-com.
Ooh. Okay. How?
So I have no idea. If he can touch someone, and like, so is it just people?
It's just people.
Okay, so it's just when he touches people, not like if he pets a dog or something.
Yeah, he could pet a dog, which is I think there's more salt in the wound.
So he has a dog. So his dog is a best friend.
Yeah. Okay, and his dog talks.
His dog is from the other universe where he got this curse from.
Okay. So he has an origin story.
Yes, everything. The movie starts off with the dog fighting to get away from the bad guys in this other universe, comes down to Earth, and then that dog meets the guy. The guy somehow gets cursed when he touches the dog.
Oh.
And he's the only one that can pet the dog.
It's the touch of the dog. Oh, and then yeah. Nobody else can like. I'm in. So the movie's about a dog, really.
Okay, yeah. We're changing it completely. It's mainly about the dog, but the dog is not necessarily the main character.
Right. So, but the dog has to fight the villain.
Yes. Okay. So what if there's like a?
It's like a dual story. There's two things
there's
going
basically
on.
two things happening at once, where the dog and the guy are the only two parts that are really connected. And
right,
the guy eventually has to help the dog defeat the bad guys, and he has to like leave his date or something. I don't know, something stupid like that. And then the girl follows him, and she's like, "Oh my god, it is real. You can't touch me." And then they defeat the bad guy, and he can finally fall in love with her and finally touch her, and he gets to keep the dog, and they're best friends forever.
Yes. And here's what happens.
Okay.
She touches the dog, and whenever they touch, they both are frozen. Like everything else freezes but them. Oh, that's good. It's perfect. And like you have that perfect moment at the end where they're both like hugging each other, and time is frozen around them, but they have as much time together as they want.
That's so beautiful.
It's true love.
So all the time that was missed when he couldn't do that,
right,
is now time that they have to spend together.
They could have sex on a public train and no one would know.
No one would know. This is brilliant. This is amazing. Call up Hallmark, because they will get on this right now. They're ready. They just put out a KFC movie.
Did they really?
I don't know if it was Hallmark, but it was someone. It was
there's a
Mario Lopez plays young Colonel, whatever his name is.
No, the Colonel?
Yeah, the Colonel.
That's
I'm not
ridiculous.
kidding. This is a real thing. I'm not joking.
What is it, like his like life story?
No, it's him like falling in love with this girl. Yeah, no, it's
a romantic.
It's a romantic movie starring the Colonel. Yeah, I know. This seems like a movie you would pitch. Absolutely, it made me so mad. It made me furious. I was like, how can this be a thing that's actually happening?
That's like it's like finding out there's a movie about like Ronald McDonald. Like, I mean, having to do
that's
like
next.
Like getting accused of tax fraud. Like, he has to go to court.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
There's so many characters in the McDonald's like world that like people forget about.
Oh my, yeah, they used to make like
there's like that
little like videos.
There's the guy like the burglar, the Hamburglar. Right? He's
great pun.
He's the greatest villain ever.
What is he? He's just
he's the villain in our movie, the Hamburglar.
Yes.
We get a partnership. We get a partnership with McDonald's, and that's how we get this movie made.
This is how we get this movie made. Yeah. Whoever made the KFC movie will take this one.
Yeah.
For sure.
They clearly will, because I mean, I haven't watched it. I don't know where to watch it, but I have to. I have to watch this movie the second that I have the opportunity.
I will pay. I will buy the movie in 4K, Dolby surround sound.
Yeah. I
will
have to
host a
watch
movie
it.
theater.
And I was thinking it was like a commercial, or that it was something like stupid
Well,
that
it
they were
is
doing.
kind of like a big commercial.
It kind of is a big commercial, but it's an actual feature film. It is a
Ridiculous.
full-length film. Not good.
I can't get over the Hamburglar being the villain in our movie.
The Hamburglar is the villain.
I guess the main character. The main character
And the
has to
Hamburglar
be
has
named
gloves,
Donald.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think
No,
he
he has to be
gloves.
named Ronald.
Ronald, and then the dog's name is Donald.
Ronald and Donald. Okay.
Ronald, no, McDonald. Mick.
Or Mick.
His first name is Mick. Mick.
Yeah.
And his last name is Donald. McDonald.
That's perfect.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald
Mick.
and
McDonald.
My friends call me Mick. That's
like Mick Jagger.
Like Mick Jagger.
I got moves like Mick.
This is the greatest pitch ever. So
Thank you.
I don't know why.
I think it's a
I don't
great
know why
idea.
your bandmates didn't like it. This is perfect. And look at
because-
this. We worked through this, and now we have a full.
We have a full movie,
pitch
and
to
they
do
will
someone.
get no credit. They could have been involved.
They could have been involved, and this $1 billion idea is going to be wasted by them.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? You know what? The KFC movie reminds me of a joke I have for you that I came up with.
Okay.
I come up with dad jokes every now and then.
you got dad jokes.
I got two.
All
I got
right.
two for you.
Okay. Should I try not to laugh at them, or do you want me
Yeah,
to?
try not to laugh. Try not to laugh.
Oh
I wanna
no,
see.
I'm so bad at this. All right, here we go.
Well, they're bad. They're so bad. Maybe that'll make them funny.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I have a friend in the military, and he was telling me about this guy. This guy he knew from I don't know, whatever corps they were in.
Mhm.
He ate so much. He ate like way too much popcorn.
Okay.
To the point where everybody started calling him the Colonel.
Okay.
Think about it. Do you get it? Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it now.
See, it is
That
bad.
was
All right.
that one's rough. That one took me a while because you said the Colonel, and then I immediately started thinking about KFC. So like I couldn't. My mind was
What am I
elsewhere.
gonna eat later?
But the
All right.
so he didn't become the Colonel. Okay, that's funny though. I mean,
Okay.
not great, but it's not.
All right. Let's see this. This is why I have you.
I gotta get. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right. This is. I don't even know how to pitch this one.
I'm sorry. I feel like I threw off your groove without.
No, I don't even want to say this one because it's worse. I think it's worse than the other one.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just gonna tell you the punchline because
All right,
so the punchline I guess the setup would be something about my favorite band has a lot to do with my favorite vowels.
Okay.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, and sometimes Y.
That one's horrible. That one's so bad.
I thought you liked it at first. I was like, oh, he likes it.
No, well, I like it because I'm making me
No.
laugh, but I'm laughing because how bad it is. Crosby,
No,
Stills,
he's
Nash,
laughing
and
at it.
sometimes Y.
God.
Oh my god, that's funny. I like that one.
All right. I'll take the it's too bad laugh. I'll take that.
All right. Well, hey, I
That's
mean
good
that
enough
works
for
for
me.
me. I think that's hilarious. Do you have more, or are those the only two you got today?
I think I should stop.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we should quit while we're at. Maybe.
I think quit while I'm behind. Really.
All right, so that's all we got for today for just us. We have Briggs on. We're gonna send it over to him. We do our Is It Weird segment with him this week. He came up with some pretty great answers. He was shocked at some of the ones that we had. He was like,
Yeah.
"People wrote this in." I was like, "Yeah, people sent this to us. Absolutely insane." But yeah, so we'll be back next week. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter. We're thinking about maybe doing a joint TikTok. Haven't decided, but we have our own individual TikToks. But make sure you're following Briggs as well. Absolutely incredible content. Great guy, hilarious man. But yeah, so we will see you next week, and let's send it over. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Just One Fern. Today we got Briggs Hurley on. You probably know him from his hilarious TikTok videos. We are so excited to have you on, man. How have you been? How's your kind of end of quarantine? We're slowly slipping out of it. How you been?
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm really excited about this. I listened to a few of y'all's episodes and they're great. And Aaron, I listened to some of your music and it's absolutely fire.
Oh,
so
thank you.
You need to plug that a little bit too. I can't remember what the album name was, but I listened to a few of that and I liked it a lot.
Dude,
I actually liked one of your songs, so I can't remember which one I clicked, but yeah, I liked it.
Dude, I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Got you, bro. Got you. But yeah, end of quarantine's fine for me. Actually, I'm living in my hometown, Jacksonville Beach, Florida.
Okay.
And it's 100% open. So it really doesn't feel like I am social distancing everybody, I promise. But like you go around and you go to a restaurant, no one's wearing masks here. Not to call out my hometown because, you know, that's the law or whatever, but it hasn't felt that quarantined because Florida's been very open in general.
Okay.
You guys are in Nashville, right?
I'm in Nashville. Lucas is in New York.
Okay. Are you in the city, Lucas?
No, I'm not in the city. Upstate.
But is it super shut down where you guys are at?
Oh yeah.
Not really here. I mean, Nashville in the actual city, it's kind of more shut down. But once you get outside of the city, it's really open. Like there aren't a lot of restrictions right now.
Got it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Cool.
Everywhere where I live, there's signs in the windows. Everybody's wearing masks. There's even some restaurants that are like shut down completely and have like a plexiglass like thing in the window to you like hand the money through some little slot and you like.
Oh yeah.
Slip, you know.
I feel that.
I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, man. It's but okay, so getting into some of your like TikTok stuff and some of the stuff that you've been doing, we were obviously scrolling through a bunch of stuff, preparing to talk to you. You know, we were super excited about it, and we noticed that you've been like compared to a lot of different characters, like like you've been compared to the guy from It's All Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and like
Mr. Crocker from It's unreal. Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. And so we kind of want to know what of all those that you've been compared to, who do you most identify as? Like, what do you see yourself? And does it change? Like, my favorite one's the Q-tip, by the way.
You like that one?
That was the funniest one that was hilarious.
It's so true though, and I've always struggled wearing beanies because I look like a condom or like or a Q. It's unreal because I'm just like super skinny, and if I don't have the hair flow going, then I look ridiculous. But I would say one of my favorite ones I've done has been like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. And people just like, I don't know if you've heard of Mr. Gadget. Do you know what that
looks like? Mr. Gadget. Yeah.
Spot on. But what's so insane is I get it compared to every single white brunette cartoon character you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how can I look like every single one? And someone compared me to the Finding Nemo crush, Dory, and the annoying seagull. And I was like, how can I be that great? I feel like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is spot on. Big nose, brunette, skinny, weird dance moves. That just makes sense. But I think like I've always called myself like a string bean, but like when I work out a bunch, I become like an asparagus. I just kind of like throw whatever in there. But yeah, I mean, I think the comparisons are hilarious. And like the biggest one though that I reacted to was Coraline's dad. It's a cartoon.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and that's the one that people like freaked out the most on because a lot of girls are like, "That's so hot!" Like girls these days are like finding it like really attractive when it's like someone like really weird. I don't know. Like I think that helped me because I look so strange. Man. So like I don't know.
Kinks are all over the place, man.
It's a Tim Burton kink is what it is.
Yeah, that's honestly a little bit terrifying. But yeah, I do think the all these comparisons are incredible. Like the content that you're getting from these is absolutely phenomenal.
It's unreal. And like some people like will comment, they're like, "I'm so sorry for how many people you get compared to." I'm like, sorry. Yeah. This is incredible content. I love it. I think it's great.
Keep them coming. Yeah.
I love it.
No,
and they will keep coming. I promise you that.
Okay, good, because they're honestly my favorite bits. I absolutely love them. But
I appreciate that.
So if you had to pick, so you said, Which one do you think you were most?
I think Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs guy. I think his name's Flint Lockwood. I think we look really close, and I think Mr. Crocker is the most shocking. And the worst part about the Mr. Crocker comparison, my younger sister commented that. Like she was the one. I was like, Lucy, what the fuck? And so I reacted to it or whatever. And like I always have this joking thing I have with myself where I always get like fake offended whenever it blows. Like when I had the Mr. Crocker one and it had like 100,000 views in 2 hours. I was like, what? I don't look like that. But but like it's actually pretty good. I was like, my younger sister did that. Like great. But I think that's the one that like shocks people the most.
So I think that something that we love about your videos is that you kind of live in this awkward kind of area of comedy, and I feel like I know Lucas for a fact. If you want to hop in here, like Lucas lives in that. Like that's his comedy.
Okay. I will do it constantly. I'll be in like the supermarket or like I'll just be talking to somebody and I will embarrass myself on purpose all the time. It seems like you do that a lot in your videos. Do you do that outside, like just in life?
So like, are you talking about when I'm in public and I'm talking to people?
Yeah.
So that's a great question. I have always had like an enormous sense of confidence. And what I've found is people just love the awkward public interactions. So I will forcingly like tell a girl at the drive-through window like, hey, you single? It is an awkward situation, but I think I've realized that I know that's something people enjoy, and I have no problem with like making myself seem like the weirdest character in public ever. But I will say like those things do happen to me though. Like when I left the dentist the other day and like the dentist was like, hey man, you have great teeth. And I was like, you too. Like, I was like, I didn't look at your molars or whatever. Like I was like, what? And like, so those things do happen to me. Where I'm like, God damn it. But I will like make that into humor, I guess, and just be like, fuck it. Like,
right.
Like, weird.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care at all. Like I've said the weirdest shit ever, and I was like, oh well, whatever. You know, what are you gonna do?
The people you're never gonna see again. Just lean into it.
Ever. Oh, and that's how I feel with like talking to girls at bars and stuff. I'm like, I don't give a shit if you want to talk to me or not. I'm gonna walk up and be like, hey girl, me and you, drinks right now. And they'll be like, what? You literally look like a pencil. And I'm like, but like once you walk away, will you ever see her again? Probably not.
Yeah, no.
So I have no worries. But yeah, that's a good question.
That's funny. I mean, because that's how kind of we run this podcast. We're like, we don't really care what people think of us because nobody really knows us yet. And we also, when we're like reaching out to people to be on the podcast, we're like, I don't care if they say no. Like, it doesn't even matter.
Sending DMs to girls, and I'm not doing that right now. I do have a lady friend, so if she listens to this, she knows. But in the past, when I would shoot my shot, I'd be like, who fucking cares if they don't reply?
Yeah. And
who's going to be hurt in that situation? Nothing happens. But if they reply, great. 1 in a million chance, I'll still send it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I've been doing that too much recently with job applications. I am unemployed, and I'm thinking it's my fault because I've been trying to do like the overconfident, like, all right, like when you hire me, I will turn your whole company around, and like,
damn,
you should just start like. What are your stats now, so you can compare them later when I'm, when I'm running the show?
I respect that because at some point someone's going to be like, oh, this kid's a little cocky, but we kind of need like a fiery guy in there. Like that will come. Never rush a masterpiece, my friend.
Thank you. I'm worried. I'm hoping I hit the right guy. Like it's got to hit the right like archetype of somebody.
Keep sending them, bro. Send thousands a day. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
One is bound to hit.
Yeah, you're gonna get it eventually. Like it's got to land at some point.
100%.
And there's nothing I won't apply for that I will think is out of my reach, and maybe that'll bite me in the butt. But maybe I land something I shouldn't be, I shouldn't have.
Self-confidence is key, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I love the confidence that you have, Briggs. In that one video that someone was like, "Dude, you need more confidence." And you
were, okay.
Yeah. The comments that I was scrolling through your comment section, it's wild. Like, it's absolutely insane.
My comment section is fucking electric. And there's always people on there though, and I don't blame them. Everyone has different ways of thinking.
Yeah.
But there was actually a person who thought I didn't have confidence, and she was like, "Oh, you saw the comment." She's like, "Oh, like you need to work on confidence." I'm like, "Dude, I've spoken in front of 5,000 people before and had no nerves. I don't give a fuck. But like, that's the thing though. Like what I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
When I'm telling the story about how I told a girl I look like Gumby.
Yeah.
And I'm like going back and forth or whatever. Like that is confidence to even say that. And then she thought I was like actually sad or something. I was like, I think this is content.
Yeah.
Whenever girls react weird, I'm like, it's content. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was fun.
Dude, and so like, you're right, it is content, and you're constantly putting out these videos, and people are just throwing this content at you, like, to react to.
Oh my gosh.
I think that, like, when you have that, like, laugh and stare, like, I feel like that's the most iconic part of your comedy right now, like, your awkward laugh and then stare at the camera. Is that a bit? Is that, like, a character that you've, like, developed, or is that just you in everyday life?
Dude, oh, man, okay, such a good question. I was, like, thinking about it the other day. And it is something that I do in person and have been doing in smaller ways. So like if I'm like around a group when I'm a joke, and actually started when I didn't have as much confidence in like my humor of like growing up, it would be like a silence filler. So like when I would say something, I didn't like the silence. So I would just throw in like I'd be like, oh, like why the chicken cross the road? Like just in case. And like that created like what happened was when I would throw in that laugh, people would be like, oh my God, oh, that's so funny. Like because like there's an added like little bit of laughter in there.
Yeah.
And then I think it came from like it was one of my videos where I just like added the laugh, and I saw comments being like, oh my God, the laugh. And then I like if I'm with a group of people and I'm making a joke about someone and like poking fun, like not in a mean way, but like like making fun of my friend or something.
Yeah.
And then I'll say it, and then I'll like look at them like this, and they'll always lose it. And I don't really know. I think it's the change of emotion and just like flipping on a dime, whatever.
No, you're so good at all of a sudden switching your emotions, like your facial expressions can change on a dime. Like I'm so envious of that. I wish I could do that. It's really incredible.
I appreciate that. Thank you. That's a really nice compliment. And I think what that is I don't find what I'm saying that funny. And not saying I don't think I'm funny, but like mine is more of like I am, even if I'm with 2 people or 100 people, I'm performing. Like I'm someone who loves the spotlight. I love to like make people laugh. It's so like what I'm really passionate about. Yeah. And so with it, when I'm with a lot of people, I don't really care about the joke I'm saying. I'm going for the reaction. I'm not really like, ha ha ha, like this already happened to me. I'm not laughing about this anymore. I'm telling you. Yeah. You know? And so there you go. And so like I have no problem being like, I could like tell a story about one time, you know, I'm driving and I put my window down and 2 bees stung me within like 5 minutes, and I'm laughing about and then I'm like, that really happened. You know, like I have no problem like, you know, flipping it, I guess. Yeah,
no, that's amazing. And so like you like when you're so if that happens in real life, so you're telling a joke or you're, you know, working the room basically with whatever it is you're saying, has there been a moment where like it flopped or like it came back and like kind of bit you in the butt, you know, like
of course.
Like was there any specific time that like that happened where it was just really bad where you're like, oh, thought that was gonna go over different than it did?
Oh yeah, totally. I think that was a lot like in growing up, and I think the concept of humor and people having the ability to make people laugh is so fascinating to me. And I used to be younger and see people working a room, I'd be like, this is so fucking cool what they're doing. But growing up, like when I'm in 9th grade, I don't really have a great filter. You know, I'm not a fantastic people person. I'm really confident, but like the humor's raw. So like I was in a science class, and it was the first day, and there was like 40 kids in my class, and there was a bunch of older kids I'm trying to impress and whatever. And they were asking for words, English words that start with O. And I just thought it was funny. I went, oral, right? And no one laughed. And like, and I will never forget this girl who I thought was so hot. She was like a senior, was like, nice. And I was like, oh my God. And that's one of those moments still where like, if I'm going to bed to this day and that story pops in my head, I'm not sleeping for another hour. Like,
isn't that insane how that happens?
Oh, I would cringe so hard. And my body gets warm and my face gets red again. So I'm like, they probably still remember that shit moment. Like, and my teacher was like, real mature. I was like, fuck. fuck.
And it's crazy because your teacher probably doesn't remember that, but I'm sure that everyone else in the class probably for some reason, I don't know how our brains work like that, but like I'll also be doing the same thing. I'll sit in, I used to like work at a restaurant, so when I was a waiter, I will all of a sudden remember things that I said to like my customers. I'm like, why did I even think that was funny or like that was okay to say?
Oh, the silence, it hurts.
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's the worst, and it's a risk you have to take. But I will say that the silences still happen. Sure, like I'm with my friends. They're like, "Dude, you're a fucking idiot." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But what I will do is that like, so for about 2 years now, I've been writing a stand-up routine that I think I've crafted into something that is really good. And this is how I know. And I'm not saying it's incredible, but for me, like I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
I've never performed it, but I have though, because when I'm with big groups of people, I will tell those stories that I've written in a stand-up fashion, and they have no idea. So they just think like, so when I hear like something of the topic, I'll be like, oh yeah, and so da 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 da. And if I get like a great reaction, then like the next group, I'll chisel in like another joke on that story. And so there's like 3 or 4 stories that my friends and family have no idea that are actually written, that I just tell and see the reactions. And there have been a few that have been unreal reaction wise, because my life has been so fucking weird. My life has been so weird. I was telling my buddy the other day, I was like, dude, I could write a fucking novel and it'd be an embarrassing ass novel. Yeah. But like it is such an odd, and so I think I've used the weirdness or even sadness of some situations for good or whatever. But that's like how I kind of formed my stand-up routine, is just like fucking telling random people it.
Do you do stand-up?
No, I've never done stand-up, but I love public speaking. Like I've spoken at my sister's wedding, a ton of people. I've done like pep rally thing, like back in the day. Oh, you peaked in high school, whatever, like that kind of thing. But like I'm super comfortable with it, but I think I'm not rushing it because I'm not ready for it. And it is a scary thing. Yeah. But I need to throw myself into the sharks and just fucking do it, But dude, I'm definitely taking my time.
I think.
You should.
You definitely should.
You should do it.
Like, because not only are your videos just great, but even just from talking to you for the past few minutes, like, you should be doing stand-up. Like, even the few stories that you've said, I think that it would absolutely, I don't know, I think it would be incredible for everyone to see that. I think you have that ability, to do that. And because if I find all of your videos that funny, that's your style of comedy. So I feel like that would be a style that carries over to your stand-up. Right. And I understand the whole, like, trying to get it figured out and like work it out and see where you fit in the whole comedy game. But
so true.
I think you should throw yourself in, man, because you got it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, fellas, for real. Thank you.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you're just saying, like you just gotta go in like balls out, be like, this, here I am, and like not give a shit, like it's a confidence thing. You got that, obviously.
I agree. No, I agree. Yeah. No, I'm right with you. And I think the landscape of comedy is changing in general. Yeah. I think there's a lot of like, people like Cody Ko, for example, is hilarious, and he does more of the YouTube stuff. So I think after this whole quarantine, because it's not like I'm going to be like going to stand up, open mics right now, but I think after quarantine, I'll dip my toe into a few avenues and see what happens. And we'll see, but I'm not rushing it, but we'll see.
Are you, did you move to New York? Are you like living in New York, or?
I was living in New York before quarantine, working at a tech company, and I actually quit because I can't do the corporate thing, and I couldn't sit at a desk for 9 hours. But I'm a co-owner of a bar there, and I'm doing a little bit some other like partnership shit, and like I'm trying to flip my first house, so I'm doing kind of like more shit that I can, do, but also kind of focus on future, if I want to start a podcast or YouTube and that kind of stuff. So I think the next 3 months are the big changes. But yeah, I was in New York for about a year and a half.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was saying if you ever if you go back there, wherever you plan to go, like definitely do open mics and stuff.
Yeah, I need to.
I would love. I mean, if you're ever in Nashville, like, dude, I would totally go see your stuff.
Maybe next time in Nashville, I'll hit you up for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely do that. So I guess moving into like some more of your video stuff. There is this new thing that you're doing about like eating weird fruits. I want to know where you're finding these fruits. Like, dude, I've gone to the grocery store. I can't find those fruits.
Okay. Well, it's such a weird concept, and it actually came to me, and most of my videos come to me like kind of right away.
Okay.
And just random. Like I don't marinate on them too much. Maybe a few, but I was just in Publix. You know what Publix is? It's a grocery store. It's just like a Southeast grocery store.
Okay.
And they have a huge fruit section. I don't know if it's because Florida. I'm living right by the beach. Maybe it's more tropical or whatever.
Okay.
But I saw like 4 fruits. I was like, what is that? I was like, I feel like I should just tape myself trying these fruits for the first time. And like maybe people like, I was like, oh, probably flop or whatever. But people are obsessed with my weird fruit ratings.
Yeah.
It's unreal. But there aren't that many, so I need suggestions a little bit. Like I need to like find more fruits or whatever.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for you, actually. Have you heard of a pomelo?
No, I have no idea what that is.
So it's like this big ass grapefruit with like skin like an inch thick.
Okay.
And you have to, it's like unwrapping like those Russian doll things. You have to unwrap it for like 10 minutes just to get to the fruit.
It's giant. It's ginormous.
And it's this big and then it's like this much fruit. But it's delicious. You got if you can find
good
it.
Content. There's like good ASMR in that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Right up close to the mic.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm gonna try that. I'm actually gonna try that. What was it called again?
Pomelo.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah. POMM or something like that. I think the French pronounce it pomelo, but that's
I just find a fruit market because my fruits are running out in the grocery store. So I need to like find. I don't know. Maybe I ship them if they keep doing well. Like maybe I'll start shipping them to my.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like eventually you'd have to because I feel like there's a limit. Because like I said, I can't find any of these fruits like around me that are.
I've had a bunch of comments that they're like, "Where the fuck did you find a star fruit?" I was like, "I don't know. I didn't know what it was before you. Like, I know what it is for 2 days."
Yeah, the star fruit. I was like, "That's a thing." Like, I didn't even know that was.
It was actually pretty good. But I get so many comments about I'm eating them incorrectly, or I'm not eating them during the right season, or they're not ripe enough. I'm like, I'm reviewing fruit. Okay?
Yeah.
what is?
Relax, guys. Let's.
Oh my god! There's someone who's like, "Oh my god, you ate the wrong persimmon. You ate the one that's supposed to be cooked in the oven in salt." I'm like, I'm just
what is wrong?
eating. Who cares? And someone goes, "Oh my god, a 3.1." I'm like,
get off my comment section.
I'm like,
get out of here.
Hey, Lisa. Here's the thing. Lisa with her profile picture is like Madonna. I'm like, listen, me and you have different taste buds. I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you eat spaghetti? Ew. Like I can't never judge another human. That's like me being like, oh, you guys like rap music? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like we like different things because we're different people.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine having different tastes. That's
like,
absolutely fucking
I rate a star fruit 9.2. I'm like, I don't care, Jennifer. I rate it as like. So dumb. But I love all the comments. I'm not.
No, like I said, your comment section is the best. Almost like it's just as good as your videos. It's incredible.
I get proposed to like 7,000 times. I'm just like, ladies, come on.
Ladies, relax. Okay.
I know. That was a humble brag right there. I just
that was good. I saw it. You slowly slid that in there.
I had to.
But I saw that you used to play soccer. Did you play at like a D3? You said at D3 school?
Yeah, I played at a D3 school, super small private school called Principia College. It was a great time. I mean, I wasn't good enough to really play anywhere else, but it was great because it was small and I was able to play all 4 years and met some of the best people there. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. Did you guys play?
Yeah, I played.
Okay.
I don't think Lucas. Did you ever play soccer?
No. I am not a soccer player.
Okay.
Dude, almost like I feel like 95% of 4-year-olds played soccer. Like, what sport were you playing?
Yeah. What were you doing, Lucas?
What was that? I was sitting in my basement playing my PlayStation 2. And
got it. Hey, gaming's respected now. Gaming's respected now.
Gaming, it's moving up.
It's an entire sport. It's on ESPN now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I also played
Little League.
I played some t-ball. T-ball. Struck out a lot in t-ball, actually.
Yeah, I feel like as a kid, it's either soccer or baseball. Like those are the 2 biggest ones. But yeah, so I used to play soccer. Were you like a striker? Were you midfield?
I played attacking center mid. So obviously we all know I'm not the biggest dude in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't too fast, but I think what I did well, I guess, is the simple things, keeping the ball, assists, shit like that. But
yeah.
What about you?
I was so I played center back, so I was a defender because I'm 6'3". I'm like really tall.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I'll be like my job was just to make sure the ball didn't get to the goal.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, I liked it. not to brag, I was cut from the varsity team, so I was pretty good.
Respect. Hey,
honestly, fantastic. But actually, so I was cut from the varsity team, and I was like, God damn it! So I immediately got into music, and so like I really pushed myself into that. But I actually just started playing again. Went through all of college, and then now moved down to Nashville, and I was like, I need to meet some people. Like, I need to make friends.
Great place
I just
to
hopped
meet
in
people.
An indoor soccer team, and I'm honestly in way better shape than I ever was like before then. So I was like, this is the perfect time to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's so strange that I it just happened upon it. I was with my uncle, and he was like, yeah, I have a few friends that play in the soccer league. And I was like, maybe I should do that. I would never really
Have you met some good people through it?
Yeah, no, it's
That's
actually funny because I was thrown into this group of people that was people from all over the country that just moved to Nashville too. So there were a million other teams that were like people that live in Nashville that know each other, and we were just like this group of misfits, like from LA and Miami, and like this one guy from Turkey, like just thrown on a team together, and we just had to play with each other. And honestly, it's been great. Yeah.
How's your skills right now? A little rusty?
Yeah, a little bit rusty, but I'm getting better. Like, playing every week has definitely been, super helpful.
Soccer is a tough one to just jump back into because there's so many details in it. The way you're trapping the ball, the way you're like reacting to things. If you're not on top of it, it could take a little bit. But hey, good for you. I'm not as much as I'd like to, so you're inspiring me to go play a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, you totally should. Do you like ever think about like hopping back into it, or?
Yeah, I do sometimes. I play on a men's league team.
Okay,
I was playing like some pickup in New York, but I need to make it more consistent, I think, because every time I play, I'm like, that's great. And that feeling like after you work out or after you play, you just feel incredible.
Yeah, no, you feel so good. And that carries over for days, honestly.
Oh my God. Oh, and I love feeling like a little bit sore like the next day. I'm like, I fucking win. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, ladies. Yeah, I scored 2 goals last night.
Yeah, I just won a soccer game. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, I need to get back into that. So I'm going to work on that.
Definitely, man. Well, I think that all these things that you got going on is incredible. What do you have, like anything you want to promote? Do you have, you have this Steve Madden sponsorship, right? Or like partnership?
Yeah, it's a collab.
Dude, that's amazing. How did that even happen? Like, how
did
you...
you... crazy. I'll keep it short. It was actually from a video where I told a story about I went on a date with a girl in New York, and she asked what my sign was, and I was like, I'm a Virgo. She's like, and I was like, what? And it like totally like threw off the date. Like, she wasn't down. And at the end of the video,
of course it did. That's ridiculous.
And at the end of the video, I had these slippers on, and I was like, oh, Comfort City, and I'm like laughing and dancing in them. And I get a DM on TikTok from this account with no picture or anything, and it was some executive creative director person from Steve Madden being like, hey, I've designed slippers after you. Like, you inspired me to make this men's slipper. Would you want to promote it? And it will be a collab. And I was like, oh, like, this can't be real. And then I jumped on a call with her, and it was dead serious. I was like, wow. What? It's like, you're going to throw my name on the website? People were DMing me like, you're joking. Like, this is, I'm like, I don't know. And so, but the one thing that's tough about it is I didn't see the DM, because on TikTok, DMs are way different. Okay. And it was just in the requests, and I didn't see a picture, and I didn't take it serious. It would have been named the Briggs, but she didn't know that I was ever going to see it. So she just named it after like a warehouse worker guy named Greg. So it's named the Greg, because they needed, like, production wise, they needed to release it before a Christmas. So, but still, it's awesome though. Like, I
was wondering, I was like, why is it not called the Briggs? Like that, I feel like, especially because it's Greg and then Briggs, like it's really close.
That's the one we're
people. It's like, hey, I have my own.
Right.
Go check it out.
I know, but like, I think so what's cool is though, like, when your name's on a website like that, like that is gives you a lot of like validation for like other collabs and stuff. But what's nice is I think it's doing pretty well. So me and Steve Madden will continue to collab on other shoes, which is cool.
That's awesome.
And so I guess I'll plug it. If you want to go to my Instagram or TikTok at Briggs Hurley, in the bio is a link to the website, and if you type in Briggs 30 you get 30% off. So boom.
I'm probably going to get a pair, honestly. I need some new slippers, man.
I love it. Hey, slippers are the fucking best. And what's great about these slippers is, and this is my last comment, is she saw me wearing them I would wear them store. I'd go on walks in them, or I'd say strolls. And everyone would comment, "Oh my God, you're such a Virgo. You wear slippers outside." And I'm like, "You can't base me off my star sign because that doesn't make sense." And she was like, "Oh, I wanted to make a thicker sole so you can like go. It's like the 2 mile. We call them the 2 mile slippers. Like you can go fucking walk to wherever in them, and they're not up, but they're comfortable.
That's perfect. That's exactly what you need too. I feel like that's what's been missing. Like, because I feel like I wear my slippers around the house, but I usually don't wear them out because I know my feet are gonna get sore.
Go get yourself a pair, bro.
Dude, I gotta do it. I'm gonna hop on that right now. I swear I will. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our last segment here.
Yep, I'm ready.
So Lucas and I have this segment called "Is It Weird?" where people send us, is it weird that I do this? Is it weird that my friend does this? So we have a few for you.
Okay.
The first,
I can't wait. I can't wait for this.
All right. So the first one we have was one that we've already talked about, Lucas and I. So we want to get your opinion on it. There's a little bit of a story with it, so bear with us. So, is it weird to like soggy cereal? Let the cereal sit in the milk on purpose, so when it's consumed, it has absorbed plenty of milk. I genuinely prefer the taste of soggy cereal than when it is crunchy and fresh.
Okay, you know what? I don't think that's that weird.
Really?
Okay, and I will say this: like, if I'm eating Frost, I'm a huge cereal guy.
Okay.
Huge.
So is
I
Lucas.
eat cereal every single day. What's your favorite cereal, Lucas?
I have to go with Lucky Charms.
I respect that. That's a respectable choice.
It's pretty good.
Here's my thing: if I'm eating Frosted Flakes, so I have 2 categories of cereal.
Okay.
And I'll answer the question. The Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes, the Frosted Flakes and Crispix and that kind of stuff are really, really crunchy. Yeah. So if I put my cereal in, I will give it 2 to 3 minutes to soften it. Now, do I go fully soggy? No, but I get where they're coming from in that instance. So I'm gonna say it's not weird, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, so I know that Lucas probably will hop on this, but we said it was weird because we like that crunchiness. We like the taste. Like Lucas said, there's a very distinct, like you were saying, oatmeal versus cereal, right?
Right.
There's a point where cereal becomes
oatmeal.
You're right. I don't like the hardest crunch, but I do like to let it marinate a little. That's so weird saying that with cereal. Right. Let it sit a little bit so it's not as hard. But I get what you're saying. I can't go full sog because that's disgusting. Did someone send that in?
Yeah, someone sent this to us.
All right, to each their own, I guess.
Full let's
that's weird. That's weird.
Let's sit in the milk. Oh, that's just it makes me cringe just thinking about it. Like, because then we were also someone asked
the milk gets warmer.
Yeah, someone asked us this question where I was like, I've never thought about this before, but is cereal a soup?
And
I said, well, I don't know. We have to define soup. Well, because in my mind, I'm like, a soup, you're eating it with a spoon. Sometimes there are chunks
cold
of vegetables
and
there are cold soups. So it could be.
I despise that question even exists in in existence.
No,
now I will never forget that.
Right?
But can you deny it? Can you deny?
No, that's what's
it's
pissing
soup.
me off.
I think they're right. I think they're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it for a long time.
That's gonna bother me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in the shower. That's gonna fuck me up.
I'm sorry.
What would you say if someone walked up to you and they're like, "Do you want some soup?" And you say yes, and they bring you a bowl of cereal.
Yeah, see, and that's the other.
That's messed up. That would be.
That's horrible. Not okay.
That's the other thing I don't understand. That would never. It would never be in the soup category on a menu. So is it? I don't know. I hate you for that.
I'm so sorry. You'll be like sitting in the shower just
literally. I will be going to bed tonight. Good night. Oh shit. What the fuck? I'm Googling it and shit. I'm Googling it.
Well, have you heard the is a hot dog a sandwich question?
I guess technically it's a sandwich.
Yeah, we're sending him off the deep end right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're the questions from hell, but like,
is it a sandwich to you guys?
No.
I'm gonna say no.
I don't think so because I feel like, I don't want to get into it because it's a whole thing. But like,
I just started sweating a little bit. So like
I'm sweating more now because of that question than I did my entire workout this morning.
I'm saying. Yeah, same here.
All right, so you said the milk thing is weird.
It's weird. That letting it sit too long. Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. This one's really I think it's weird.
Okay.
I'm going to preface it by saying that because that's how strange I think it is.
Okay.
Is it weird for someone to speak another language when they are blackout drunk? They have drank a lot, are clearly intoxicated, but are speaking a language that they're making up. Not Spanish, not something that is Pig Latin or slurred English, genuinely a new language that they think is actually a thing. For example, one time we were talking in numbers and math equations. Not sure if there is underlying meaning, but has anyone heard of this before?
I have never heard of that.
I was like, how is this even possible?
So they're either way smarter than me
or alien.
Way dumber. There's no in between. they're either like actually understanding, saying like, oh, X equals B times, and that would be another level of smarts, or they want it to be like funny, or they want it to seem cool. But for me, who the fuck could understand math equations as a conversation?
Right?
And why would you want to do that when I'm drunk?
Yeah.
And I'm with my friends.
Yeah.
Those are the best conversations you can have. Why the fuck would I fuck it up with math?
Right. Yeah. Why would I start talking about numbers?
Yes, that's weird. That's weird.
I agree with you. I think it's absolutely insane that you could possibly do that.
It's like psycho shit.
Yeah, something's wrong with this person.
Like if I was hanging out with a friend, like if we all like went and got drunk or whatever, and you two started talking in that, I would get an Uber and leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not
That's serious.
No,
that's serious. Because that made me start thinking. I'm like, okay, they're talking in math equations. What's next?
Yeah.
Russian roulette.
Where could we possibly go from here?
Okay, yeah.
No, you're having a conversation with someone. You hear 4.5. What? Are you
wait. Yo, hold the fuck up.
Did you
Uber?
Yeah.
Well, that begs the question for me: are the drunk conversations good because you're having better conversations, or is it because you're drunk and you just think everything you're saying is gold?
Yeah, I think it's
because I can see myself being like, oh yeah, 5 plus X, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's the next universe.
Yes, but like they're not saying any other words though. If they're only saying math words, then it's just too confusing to understand. I don't know what that is
to me. And we really wanted to call this person back. Like we said that like our next episode we're probably going to actually like call them and like ask them more questions. We're like, there's not enough information here. You've given us a lot, but this needs to
hear
be
their
studied.
explanation.
You need to go to a spot where someone can study you, because this is really bad.
I would like to hear them explain it. Maybe there's a better explanation. Yeah, I would like to hear their explanation for sure.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll let you know the minute that we get in contact with them.
Thank you.
But yeah, okay, we got one last one for you. So this one is it weird that I have had a reoccurring nightmare of Kermit the Frog killing me since childhood?
Okay. Whoa. If that
Briggs,
is real,
I wish you could see all the ones that we get. It's absolutely insane.
Okay, that is extremely frightening. And yes, it is. It is weird. It's weird, but I just feel bad for them.
Yeah, I'd be scared to go to bed. I would never sleep.
I don't know how people who know when a shitty dream is coming go to sleep. Like, good night, yay. That's not. You don't wake up restful.
Yeah, you're not happy.
like everyone's. I will say this. Here's my concept of nightmares, though. Mm-hmm. Whenever I have a nightmare, I actually kind of like it because I wake up and I'm like, oh,
thank God.
I'm so grateful that that's not my life. And I have a better appreciation. Mm-hmm. When I have a fantastic dream and I wake up, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, God damn it.
So I like nightmares a little bit more because when I wake up, reality is great.
Yeah.
But if Kermit the Frog was killing me weekly, oh, fuck that.
That's the thing. It's recurring. Like, and it must... Maybe it's like a Russian roulette type of thing where you go to bed, you don't know. Like, you don't know if it's going to hit, but you know it's coming.
And I would like to just throw this out to the universe for whoever wrote this in there, guy or girl, whoever you are. If you're smoking a ton of weed before you go to bed, or you're not maybe you're not smoking weed, maybe you should just throw a little altering thing into the
you should change it up a little bit.
Maybe just take a tiny sip of NyQuil, and maybe that little thing will just like numb you a little bit. I don't know, change something about the night.
Take out all the green in your room, because maybe that's
And I feel like that person might tell a ton of people about it, being like, "Oh my God, this is fucking insane," and like that's making you think more about the Kermit the Frog. So like, eliminate Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, get him.
Try.
Absolutely. You hear If you see green, leave. Wherever you are, just absolutely get out of there. Call an Uber.
Kermit the Frog. Now I'm gonna have a dream about Kermit the Frog tonight.
Kermit the Frog's gonna come into your dream.
Fuck that.
I mean, this one has been more on my mind than any of the other ones because this was honestly, so when we started this bit, this was one of the first ones we got.
Okay.
And I was like, do we even talk about this? Like, I don't know how to even discuss this because this is so insane.
You've been sitting on this one and you left it for me.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's absolutely incredible.
We needed someone with taste to unpack it.
Yeah, we really
Respect.
did. But yeah, so thank you for joining us for Is It Weird? Thank you for hopping on the podcast. That's all the time we have for today. But thank you so much for coming on. It's been absolutely incredible talking to you. Once you start doing stand-up, because you better start doing stand-up, let us know. We hop on the pod again. We will promote the crap out of you. We are big fans. Thank you
fellas, I love the podcast. Love talking to you guys. You guys are legends. And I'm glad, to come on the podcast for one, but even better, I have 2 new good friends. So love it.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, stay in contact. We'll, promote anything that you have, and we'll let you know when if we're ever in the same neck of the woods, and we'll have to meet up.
Boom. Yeah. Love it.
All right, man. Well, we'll talk to you later. Thank you for coming on, and best of luck to you in your future endeavors, man.
You guys too. Thank you.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.